Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Josh Phillips, and this is CAS 100A Effective Speech. This is a web course, so we will not be synchronous. Everything will be posted asynchronously. There will be lots of videos, instructions, and then the rest of it, some of it will be posted to YouTube. Some of it will be posted into our Canvas file. I'm going to run through these items with you quickly for a little welcome video, and then once you're done, you can go ahead and go into Canvas under Files, and you will see links to the first week's worth of material you need to cover and have in by Friday. So the class operates as follows. With a public speaking class, you are going to be given lots of speeches. And so what's going to happen is every Monday, I'm going to be posting a Word document, just a nice, easy Microsoft Word document into Canvas. In that document, it is going to have links to various videos that you are able to watch. Many of them are going to be posted to YouTube. They're just going to be some of my lectures I'm going to post up on YouTube for you. Additional instructions for the speeches, some examples of the speeches that you'll be creating throughout the semester. We're also going to have some information on the readings that you need to accomplish. So in this course, you're going to have several quizzes that are going to be based on these readings. So in order to get the quizzes done effectively by Friday, make sure you read through some of those short readings. For instance, our first additional reading is going to be the Gettysburg Address, a famous speech. That's going to be due next week, not in the first week of class, but the second week of class. So you'll read the Gettysburg Address, answer some questions about it, and that'll be part of your homework assignments. And then finally, in these videos and in the Word document I'll post on Monday, it's going to tell you what is due that coming Friday. So everything for class, to make it really easy, it's all going to be due Friday by 10 p.m. You're welcome to turn in some of the materials early. On some of the weeks, you're going to have multiple assignments due. Some are going to be short quizzes, others are going to be long speeches you're going to give. You're going to have a couple of handouts on some longer readings. You will have an analysis paper and a final exam in here. But everything's just due Friday at 10 p.m. You can kind of work at your own pace throughout the week, but that just makes an easy due date for everyone to remember. The big thing with regard to Canvas is as follows. Grades, assignments, and files are the only tabs you need to worry about. Under assignments, that's where you're going to be able to upload your assignments for the class. Under files is all of the extra documents and materials you need to be able to navigate the class as far as instructions and grading rubrics. So if you ever get lost in Canvas, check under files. That's where most of the material is going to be. Also under files, there's going to be a folder here called additional readings. So when we do read things like the Gettysburg Address next week, these are speeches that I will have uploaded into Canvas for you, so you don't have to find anything on your own. It'll all be in this additional readings folder, and there'll be about a dozen or so additional readings. Next, all of your speeches that you give for class need to be uploaded to YouTube. You are welcome to make a YouTube channel private and then just send the link to me so that I can grade the speeches. Once I grade the speeches and a speech grade is posted up on Canvas, you're welcome to delete it so that you don't have any, so there's no trace of it on your YouTube page or anything. You're welcome to keep it public if you want. My experience in teaching an online class is nobody other than me is really watching these speeches. I post all of my stuff publicly on YouTube just because it's easy for students to access that way as opposed to going through some other means with regard to security, password kind of stuff. So everything's just publicly on YouTube for me, so you can access my material. But you do need to find a way to make sure that I have access to the videos that you're creating for your speeches. And what I have found in teaching this course online is that a YouTube channel for you, uploading it to YouTube, you're welcome to leave it public, or you're welcome to put it private, and then just send the link to me so that I can access it. Once it's graded, you're welcome to take it down. If you have any concerns about that, email me and we'll figure it out. All right. Again, all assignments are due at 10 p.m. As far as the course breakdown, everyone does have a syllabus on Canvas. You can read through the syllabus. This entire document is up on Canvas for you to look through all the policies. I'm not going to go over them too much. It's pretty basic stuff as far as academic integrity. Make sure you're getting things done on time. I don't accept late work. I give you an entire week. Friday at 10 o'clock, things are due. Writing should be a college standard, no plagiarism and the rest of it. One thing that I do want you to notice, on this syllabus is the top line here, right on the first page. It does say that there is a dress code with regard to your speaking. So when you're giving these speeches, because you're going to have the time and the flexibility to maybe, give it a couple tries in front of the camera before you get it done. My expectation is that you are dressed up. We can hear you loud and clear. You are standing in front of the camera, and it looks professional when you're giving your speeches. So make sure that you're kind of looking over this. I'll give some more information as we talk about each speech. The grade breakdown is as follows. There's going to be 10 quizzes over the additional readings. There will be 6 speeches that you're going to give throughout the semester. They vary in length from about 5 minutes up to 8 minutes, and we'll see that as we move on each week. You're going to have 2 reading handouts, so there's going to be 2 short things that you look at outside of the shorter readings like the Gettysburg Address. There'll be like a 50-page essay you'll look at, and you'll also watch a documentary on some nonverbal issues. So for those 2 items, you'll do an additional handout. You have 1 analysis paper, and you do have 1 final exam that will take place during final exam time. All right, and finally here, all right, so we're getting ready to just move into class week 1. So for all that information, once this video is done, go on to Canvas. You're going to see a folder under Files. It just says week 1. It's a document. Open it up, and in there's going to be a little short paragraph blurb from me about what you need to do that week. There's going to be links to a couple renditions of Walt Whitman's "Oh Captain, My Captain" that I want you to look at and critique and kind of get a feel for how people are effectively or not effectively using things like tone and emotion, inflection when reciting, a speech, for instance. And there's also going to have instructions in there on your first speech, which we're calling an artifact speech. And I'll also upload a video on YouTube of me giving an example of what this speech is. So you can, for your first speech, my expectation is just you try to sort of mimic a lot of the things that I'm doing in the first speech. And then as we move on into our later speeches, you're going to have a lot more freedom and flexibility. But for the first speech, we just want to make sure that we can get through it in a manner where it's timed, where we hit the 5 to 6 minute mark. Where you are using things like tone, emotion, inflection, that you can put together a good speech and tell a really good, organized story about yourself, if you will, in 5 to 6 minutes. Something that's organized, something that is where you're not rambling on, where it's going in a lot of different directions, where people are not clear what you're talking about. We want to make sure that we can organize a speech that our audience can follow. So I'll explain all of that on the next video, which will be again located in the week 1 folder. For this coming Friday, the first week of class, there is nothing due this Friday, but you're going to go over these couple assignments because these couple assignments are going to be due in the upcoming weeks as far as getting you ready and getting you used to uploading speeches on YouTube or anything you might need to do as far as making sure that you know how to upload assignments on Canvas. So watch the stuff, go through the document for week 1, right, today, and start working with any sort of extra tools you need as far as YouTube, as far as uploading stuff online. Just make sure that all of your internet stuff works so that when we do start getting into these speeches, we don't have any issues with it. All right. So watch that stuff for week 1. There's nothing due this Friday. After you watch that stuff for week 1, next Monday, I will be posting additional information for the assignments that will be due next Friday. All right. I look forward to working with you this semester. If you have any problems, my phone number is in the syllabus. You're also welcome to email me, and I will look forward to working with you the rest of the semester.